Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Taurus for the next 3 months. So this would be between April, or this will be for April, May, and June. If you're more of a business person, that would be for quarter 2 or Q2 of this year. But with all of that said, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate. Drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. I do not do personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, they're trying to scam you, please do not get scammed. It's not me. And check out my Instagram. I do exclusive content there. But let's see what we have here for you. Obviously, I do not read reversals, so that's why I'm flipping the cards over. But if you watch my content regularly and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time that you are watching me. So let's go ahead and get everything out here, get everything in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right. And I think that's looking just about good enough to me. So energy on the bottom for you here, Taurus. You have the Page of Swords. So Page of Swords, a couple things here with this, okay? Page of Swords can represent potential disappointing news, news of delay. That could certainly be the case coming in. I do feel that maybe this has already happened. I'll get into why. We have this tower here in the past, which we'll get into more. Some of you may be like sort of picking up the pieces from an upheaval or an abrupt change in your life. None of these things have to be bad, but with the Page of Swords, it can suggest disappointments in some area. The thing is, though, none of that is resonating, what the Page of Swords can say is that, like, as a person, you have a ton of ideas. You're an analytical person. You're a quick-witted thinker. You're somebody who thinks off your feet, who can think quickly off their feet, right? And you may be an idea person. Like, you may have like the best ideas in the world. And if that is the case, what the Page of Swords may say is, you may want to pair up with somebody here with this Two of Cups in the future, to bring something together. If it's not romantic, it can say like, maybe you have like a groundbreaking idea to start an app, or I don't know, an app's not a great investment, but to start something else, like start a YouTube channel, but you may need support or something from someone else. And so, Page of Swords can say you have the ability to generate amazing things and bring them out to the world. So yeah, just something that's coming to mind here. But taking a look in your overall situation, or your current situation rather, you have the Seven of Cups. So this can represent maybe scattered energy. I will say the Page of Swords might have a proclivity to be scattered because they have so many ideas, and they're just like, it may be best for you at this time to like get a journal, get into a journaling habit, get into a routine of writing things down, making checklists, making to-do lists, all of those sort of things, like categorizing things, like taking inventory of things right now, because the Seven of Cups can say that you're maybe overwhelmed by the amount of things that are on your plate or in your mind, or just the amount of choice that you have here. Seven of Cups can say you have a ton of options to go down. As you see, each one of these cups represents a different type of element or thing. And so when you get this, it's sort of like trying to categorize, trying to organize, trying to get ready for something. And so definitely something to consider here, especially because you have this Page of Swords on the bottom, which can indicate just like having a lot of ideas, having a lot of things. Maybe news, you may get news that maybe like sort of I want to say like spins you out, or sort of like, I'm trying to come up with a better phrase, like shocks you in some ways, or you may be picking up, like I said, I think some of you may be like picking up the pieces of news that happened in the past. You have the Two of Wands here, which is somebody who's at a crossroads. These cards are kind of surprisingly similar. The thing is, with this Two of Wands, this is more about a choice between two options, two paths, two wands, two people, two situations. As you can see, they're trying to decide which road to take. Again, this says go into planning, preparation, discovery mode to really help yourself out here, to really help yourself get to the next level of something. And, when you have that Seven of Cups, I mean, this is right off the bat here, this is energy of potential, something like a lot of activity, a lot of mental activity, maybe something that's scattered, needing to decide, having a lot of choices, not exactly knowing which road to go down. So just something to consider. And again, I think having like a really, your routines are going to be extremely important in the next 3 months, not only because of this, but because of what I see here in the future. So yeah, just something to consider. Now, in the past, you have the Tower. This is an abrupt change. This can, combined with the Page of Swords, which is a bringer of news or a messenger, can mean something that's maybe shocking. But again, this has happened already, it seems like. It seems like this has already happened, and now we're dealing with the fallout. And so again, I'm not foretelling this. I'm actually saying that this is in the past, which is kind of a blessing in disguise. Now, the Tower can say that the Tower is a blessing in disguise. The reason being is, if you notice on this Tower, there are no doors, right? This person has literally constructed a prison for themselves. They had no way of getting out prior to the lightning bolt coming in and opening up a pathway for them to get out. And so the Tower is actually a blessing in disguise. It always leads you to the path of the star. It always helps you see something in a new way. It may be abrupt, it may be shocking, it may happen in a way that's maybe a little bit uncomfortable, but it always brings a blessing. And so just something to consider. In the future, you have the Two of Cups. This is about partnership. You know, some of you may decide that you want to team up with somebody in this moment to, you know, complete a goal, complete a task. I think that you could be quite successful in that. I also think if you're here and you're single, maybe in the past there was a situation where there was a breakup or there was something that you found out with somebody. If you're looking to get back into a relationship, I also see that this could be successful for you. Here as well. It really depends on what you want. I mean, in terms of your love energy, I don't see a ton of love energy, okay? And so it's almost like some of you are maybe forming a partnership in another area of your life. Or if you are looking for a relationship, you're just like, you're not forcing it, which is excellent. It's a really good situation to be in. Now, if you are in a relationship, I do feel like, you know, you might be strengthening that. If this Tower moment wasn't about your relationship, it could mean that that relationship is getting stronger because of this Two of Cups in the future. So definitely like to see that for you. Now, on your thoughts or on your conscious awareness, you have, or on your mind, you have the Seven of Pentacles. You're thinking about your long-term situation. You have these double sevens here, Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. You're thinking about your long-term financial situation here in the next 3 months. And, you know, for some of you, you may have accumulated some type of harvest. You know, this could be, you know, maybe you own real estate, maybe you own your home, like maybe you have a retirement account or you have savings. That is all indicated or implied here by this tree. You can see this person has literally grown this tree a long time ago, and now the pentacles are ready to be blossomed. You can see by the basket in the ladder here that they are considering taking what they've grown. You know, they're asking themselves, is it time for me to reap the harvest? And so this is really good sign of, like, for me, this is a really nice sign of you maybe having really done some good work in terms of your personal finance, in terms of setting yourself up for investments. If you have not, what this is saying is some of you may be really toying with, how do I make some changes for my long-term financial situation, as you have this energy of you trying to decide, as you think about this Seven of Pentacles on your mind here. And so some of you may certainly be like trying to plan and prepare in terms of your financial situation. I also think that that could be the case for many of you. In the subconscious, or the what you're unaware of, or how you talk to yourself, you have the Magician. So the Magician here has all the tools that they need. They have all the tools in the palm of their hand. They have all the tools within them, and they can use these tools to manifest something and bring something into existence. The thing is, the Magician needs to act. Okay, and so when you get the Magician, it is not a time to be lazy. I mean, I'm not trying to come at you, but I don't see laziness here. I see potential a change here in the past that was maybe shocking. But the point being is the Magician has a problem with that. Remember, every card has a positive and a negative side. But if you are maybe, if you know that you are needing to make some habitual changes, the Magician says here in the subconscious that you can do that. You just have to do it. Now, in the future, in the direction that you are headed, and in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have this Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is a card of attraction. Remember, I said some of you here, you're either able to attract somebody into your life, or you're able to attract a business partner or somebody who can help you with a problem. The reason being is the Queen of Wands, as they are their most authentic self, they attract whatever it is that they need into their life, okay? And, they are an extremely true version of themselves. And so as they be unequivocally the Queen of Wands, everything that they need is available to them. They are passionate, they are talented, they are able to handle all the juggle or handle all the tasks and the priorities at hand when you get the Queen of Wands. And so you have a lot of tasks, you have a lot of things here. To me, this is a very good sign for you, Taurus, to get this Queen of Wands, because it says that you are ready to handle the task and you are ready to attract anything that you need into your life. In the external situation, you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is all about victory, success, public recognition, exceeding expectations. To get this in the external spot is a very good sign for you, because this is happening outside of you. This is something externally in this spread. You can't control what's happening from the external, right? You can only control your influence in this spread. And so to me, you have a victory coming from somewhere with the Six of Wands. Where that may be depends on what situation you find yourself in. But this is coming for you in the next 3 months. In the hopes and fears, you have the Ten of Swords. This person here is down and out. Okay, this is a card of endings. This is a card of something that's completely done. However, this also provides you with an opportunity to release yourself from what's not working. And it also says that there's new hope on the horizon. Some of you may want to view a loss or a change as actually a new chapter or a new beginning in your life. Now, very important here in the outcome, you have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is about routines and habits. Okay, I've been talking about it in this entire spread, but this person has literally gotten to their gold throne, they've gotten their gold crown by sticking to what they know, by having healthy habits, solid routines. They have used that to achieve a high status in their career. This is somebody who's interested in building their empire, building their legacy, setting themselves up for financial success. They're very, material resources and financial success is very important to this person. And remember, you can take on the quality of any of these cards, okay? These are just masculine and feminine energies. There are no genders here attached to the cards. And so do keep this in mind, okay? So I see you successfully working through something. I also think money is on your mind, Taurus, at this time. In the next 3 months, I think is going to be very important. But what's most important for you is to have some sort of routine, okay? Have some sort of plan of action to work through some maybe habitual patterns, I feel. Now, let's go ahead and start to clarify here a little bit more. So you have very nice. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so let's start with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands says that now that you've achieved the victory of the Six of Wands, which you have, you now need to defend your position because people want what you have. So this is a card of competition being around you potentially, but it says that you are successful, and if you know what you're doing is right, stick to that. There's nothing wrong with being a successful person. Many people are afraid of success. It says go for it. Be the successful person. You have the Wheel of Fortune with the Queen of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune is all about your destiny arriving. It's the wheel of your destiny spinning, good things happening, good fortune happening, a positive change in luck, a positive change in good fortune and destiny. It does represent change, but like I said, it's about your fate happening. The Queen of Swords is somebody who really does not let anybody bully them. Okay, the Queen of Swords, I like to refer to the Queen of Swords as the assassin in the tarot. Okay, they cut through whatever is no longer serving them. They do not let anyone stand in their way. It's a nice combination to get with the Seven of Wands because I see you successfully defending a decision that you've made. You have a decision here showing up. So I would say if you feel strongly about the decision that you make, stay with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. Let's start to clarify this situation even more. All right, let's see what we have here for you, Taurus. All right, so you have, oh wow, you had a lot of cards that wanted to come forward. You have Snake, Shed Old Skin, Heart Guardian, Love, and Let Yourself Be Loved. Yeah, I mean, look, the old skin is being shed here with the Tower. There's no question about that. And, you know, there is an ending here with the Ten of Swords. But I think as you do that, you're getting clear on what you want. You have this autumn, release the old and rest, as well as arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Okay. So again, I think defending your position here, letting go of the things that don't work is a way of protecting yourself and your choice and your energy that you're making. You also have this mirror guardian. Take time to reflect. I think that's important for you at this time. Remember, we had this energy here of maybe something being scattered with this, the Page of Swords, the Seven of Cups. Just something to consider again. It's interesting that you get this autumn card. You know, there could be something coming in here for you. Like the choices you make now could be sort of percolating over the summer into the fall. And, you know, some of you may also want to take a look at like, what do you want to accomplish for the rest of this year, or at least for this chunk of the year, right? We're kind of already past the first quarter of the year, right? So we're moving past that. We're moving into the spring, into the early summer months. You know, what do you want to accomplish here, and what are you looking to bring forward? Let's see what else we get. Let's pull some additional cards here, see what we have. Okay, so you have main female, message of concern, distant horizons, occupation, mature man, and courthouse. Okay. I do see some of you partnering up with somebody. I do see a pretty heavy feminine presence as well here, with the Queen of Swords, the main female, the illustration of this person on the occupation, the Queen of Wands, the illustration of this person with the mirror guardian, message of concern. You know, I see a strong presence of that energy in this reading. But I do feel like some of you are going to have a lot of people who are trying to tell you what to do or trying to tell you about your decision. I think this is also why some of you are really looking to stand your ground here in the next 3 months and stick to what you know. Okay? At the end of the day, it's your journey, it's your path. And what I love here is this Distant Horizons card says that there are good times ahead. That Distant Horizons card could even indicate 3 to 6 months in the future. So I'm not saying nothing's going to happen now, but what I am saying, some of you are doing a lot of work right now, like in terms of the soul work, really helping yourself out. You have this occupation energy as well, which is about, you know, obviously your career, and that could be either employed or self-employed. So I think some of you are going through major changes here in your life in some aspect, whether it's love or career or both. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next reading.